So now the good bit, now the eating bit, because me talking is boring. Rubbish. In this video, we're going to show you how to use Roccbox to make the most insane hot dogs. These guys are going to be a little nod to a Mexican street food called Danger Dogs. We're going to make two here, but this scales up really easily, so it's great for bonfire night, Thanksgiving, anything where you're outside with a group of people and you want good food. So let's get going. We are going to wrap our sausages in bacon. So I've got streaky bacon here, and I'm going to use my knife and just stretch it. So this is going to do two things. This is going to mean, A, we can cover the sausage all the way over, and because the bacon's going to be thinner, it's going to go even crispier. And we've got 100% pork sausages here. So we've got these from the butcher, made them especially for us, a bit bigger for the bun. You can use normal sausages, whatever fits your bun, but if you can get nice ones from your butchers, do. So put one end on the bacon, just fold the bacon over, and then just roll it. Essentially, it's just a massive pig in a blanket. And there you go. So we're just going to drizzle these guys with a little olive oil, wrap them in foil, and then get them into a hot Roccbox. We're then going to cook them for about 5 minutes, quick wash of the hands, quick wash of the board, and then we'll get on with the accompaniments to go with the Danger Dog. These guys should be hot, they should be spicy, they should have a bit of kick, a bit of oomph to them. So I've got a green and a red chilli here, and we're just going to slice those. And now we'll get on with our onions. So I've got a shallot here. If you can't get long shallots like this, you could use a red onion, you could use the smaller shallots that you find, or pickling onions. Anything will do. We're just going to cut these into little rounds, little circles. So they're going to be a bit like onion rings, really. Not too thick, and just separate them into little rings. So you don't have to do your shallot rings whilst the dogs are cooking. You can do it the day before or in the morning that you're going to make them. As long as they're all prepared, ready to go when the dogs come out, you'll be fine. And our sausages have had about 6 minutes, so we're just going to take those out, rotate them 180, and go back in for another 6 minutes. Danger dogs are actually my second favourite animal, prefaced by the word danger, after David Jason's Danger Mouse. Okay, so that's been 6 minutes, quick rotate, and another 6 minutes. That's on full flame, so we're going to check them now, get them out, and see how they're getting on. Cool, so we're just going to take the foil off, see how they're getting on. Oh, yes please. So you can see you've got all this fat coming out from the bacon already, and we're going to use this with these guys, with our shallot rings. So pop these into the pan. So the shallots are going to take on the flavour of the bacon's going to take on the flavour of the onion. It's going to be a bacony, oniony marriage of just happiness and tastiness. So they're all in there. We're going to turn the flame down to its lowest setting now and pop these guys back in. So we've not put any salt on the shallots in there, and that's kind of twofold really. One, we've obviously got the bacon on there, which is going to be very salty anyway naturally, but also with hot dog onions, you want a bit of colour, a bit of darkening. And if you add salt to onions, it helps stop them browning. So if ever you're doing a recipe like spaghetti bolognese or lasagna, something like that, where you want the onions slow, a little bit of salt as they're sweating and it will help stop them colouring. Top tip. Okay, so our dogs are looking good. That bacon has gone insanely crispy. These guys are normally deep fried. When you go to the street vendors, they deep fry them. But we get a really cool similar effect just from that dry heat in Roccbox. And you can see how crispy they are. But now, we just need to get a bit more oomph into those onions. Remember, this is meant to be spicy, it's meant to be warm. So to this, we're going to add half a teaspoon of soft brown sugar, half a teaspoon of smoked paprika, and half a teaspoon of mustard powder, because you can't have a hot dog without mustard. Right, give them as a little stir together with all that lovely flavour, and they take on the most incredible colour from that mustard powder and that paprika. Again, a little nod to our Mexican friends. We're just going to squeeze over a little bit of lime juice over those onions. Not too much, a couple of pinches. Okay, so onions are done, so you can get those out your pan, and now we're ready to build. So buns, we've got lovely brioche buns here. We're just going to cut through them, but not all the way to the base. We don't actually want to open them, so just put it open with your hands for the rest. Danger Dog, star of the show, get him in. I'm making two, but it's actually only me here that eats meat, so I'll eat two. What are you going to do? Over that, we're going to add a little bit of mustard. So we're going to sprinkle over some of the onions, our red and green chilies for that all-important heat of the Danger Dog. We're going to put on a lovely couple of blobs of sour cream. And that's just going to kind of cut through all that heat and all that richness that we've got from the bacon. So you can do different toppings, but I'm kind of telling you not to at the same time, because these are really good. And there we have it. Danger Dogs. Okay, so we've stretched our bacon super thin, wrapped it around our sausage, and that thin bacon combined with that stone floor and Roccbox has meant the fat's rendered and it's crisped up at the same time. That leftover fat has then cooked us the most insane onions. They're spicy, they're zingy, they're delicious. Top that with sour cream, top that with chilies, and we've ended up with a Danger Dog. Make sure you make one. Make sure you do it bonfire night as well. It's great for sharing. It's delicious. That is dangerous. Really hot.